Moving on to Turkey, which seems to be taking westward turns lately. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has recently given his nod for Swedish NATO membership. Now, also, the president has recently hosted in Ankara his Ukrainian counterpart, and he also called, saying that Ukraine deserves a NATO membership. Now, what is the reason behind Turkey's change of heart? And what were the trade-offs that enabled the same? This is what we will explore in this report.
The Turkish president has been quite busy lately, hosting his Ukrainian counterpart, closing negotiations for Sweden's NATO membership, inking agreements on security and defense with US, and trying to balance all of it with talks of meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin. With all that has happened this week alone, Turkey's westward turn is now more apparent than ever before.
By sending the 7-point draft to our assembly, which is currently on a break for this period. When it reopens, we will do this very quickly. I believe this agreement will be given priority by a parliamentary speaker before others in parliamentary sessions.
In exchange for supporting Sweden's NATO bid, Sweden has pledged support for Turkey's customs agreement with the European Union. Sweden will also support visa-free travel throughout the EU for Turkish citizens. And all of this is over and above Stockholm's continued actions against groups which Turkey deems as terror organizations. Apart from it, Turkey also got concession from another NATO member, the US, hours after Ankara said it would allow Stockholm into the bloc. Washington said it will proceed with the transfer of F-16 fighter jets to Turkey. The likely trade-off for Ankara's green light. Ankara seeks to purchase US F-16s and modernize the ones it already owns. The US-Turkey defense deal comes as a compensation for its removal from a US-led international program developing and producing new F-35 fighter jets. Washington sacked Turkey from the popular scheme in 2019 after Ankara decided to purchase Russia's S-400 defense system. The development led to a bilateral crisis between the two allies and Washington's imposition of sanctions on Turkey in December 2020. This made Ankara's veto on Sweden's NATO bid a thorn in an already rocky relationship with the West for more than a year.
You know, we're in this historic summit meeting. We're resolving a lot of things, I hope. And we made all the more historic by the agreement you reached yesterday and the addition of Sweden and how you're going to proceed. I want to thank you for your diplomacy and your courage to take that on.
Apart from the trade-offs and concessions, Turkey has some major domestic compulsions for turning westwards and putting its relations with Moscow in doubt. Inflation is soaring in Turkey at a whopping 39%. The devastation caused by earthquakes in February exacerbated Turkey's problems. In times like these, resumption of talks for Turkey's EU accession is a good sign. Turkey launched its bid to join the EU in 2005, but some of Erdogan's internal politics led to an indefinite suspension of talks. Also, Turkey is not just forging new paths in Europe. Erdogan's NATO play comes ahead of his visit to the Gulf countries next week. The trip is also focused in part to drum up foreign funding to boost Turkey's strained economy.